Hi friends, my name is Aqil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial I will show you how to perform date time type conversions in SSIS. This is my profile. I have 13 plus years of experience on Microsoft technologies, especially in SSIS and SQL Server. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is how to perform date time type conversions in SSIS. Recently I got a question from one of my subscriber, Suresh Gajula, that I request you to make a video on conversions, like how to extract date from getDate. So in this particular video tutorial I will show you multiple ways of extracting date from datetime. So let's jump to the demo. So this is my Visual Studio 2019 that I will be using to create the SSIS package. So let me just drag and drop a data flow task. So what I will do is, I have a table zip code, so I will export data from this table zip code into a CSV file, and then we will use the getDate from source query, and then we will try to get the date from the getDate function. So let's use the getDate function here. I can call it like date time. This is returning us an extra column which is date time, and it is also returning the HHMM and seconds and then milliseconds as well. So let me just copy this particular query, and in the data flow task let me use an OLEDB source so that we can read the data from SQL Server table. This is our connection. Under SQL command you can put this OK, and then to write the data to a CSV file we can use a flat file connection. So create new, OK, CSV file, browse the file. So I want to write the file at this particular location, D files location. So let me just right click here, new text document. I can call this as zip code.csv. Yes, and now from file type I can change it to CSV file, so that I can select this particular file, open column names in the first data row. So I can just click on this one, then click OK. Mappings, it seems good, OK. Now let me just execute the SSIS package. So it will export data from SQL to CSV file. Okay, so this file got exported. Now let me open this file in maybe Notepad++. So you can see that one extra column got added, which is date time, and it is containing the current date as well as the time, HHMMDD format. Okay, now let me just try to typecast the date time to a date value. First of all, I will use a data conversion task here. That is the best option. So just add a data conversion task and select the date time column, and now from the data type you can select database date. Okay, dt_db date, and output alias I can name this column as _SSIS. Okay, click OK. Now you can just connect data conversion with this flat file destination, and now in the CSV file connection manager, which is a flat file connection manager, in the advanced columns you need to click a new column here. So I will call the new column as date_SSIS. Okay, and I can give the output length maybe 50. Click OK, and now you can just map the columns here. So in the you can just map the date time _SSIS. You can give any name. So you just map the date time SSIS with the date SSIS. Click OK. So if you execute the package now, so a new column will be added in the CSV file which will contain the current date. Yes, so now you can see that a new column date_SSIS got added, and it contains only the current date, so it doesn't contain the time part. So this is one of the method to convert the date time into date column. Now let's go to the second method. In second method I will be using a derived column transformation here. So just connect the data conversion with derived column, and then in the derived column transformation, this is the date time value that is coming from the SQL Server. Now to get the date value from the date time, I have multiple options here. Either I can use the typecast which is similar to data conversion, okay, but what I will do is I will use the string functions, and we have a left function here. Okay, so I will use this one. So if you go to the SQL Server, so if you check the date time value, so it contains the date value as well as the time value if you just select the date, so how many characters it will be? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So the first 10 characters contain the date value. Okay, so what we can do is we can select the left 10 characters from the date time and it will be equivalent to the date part. So I can just paste it here, then I can put 10 characters here. So it is saying something, it is saying that function left does not support the data type of db datetime. It's saying that you cannot use the left function, which is a string function, on a datetime column. So what do we need to do? We need to typecast it to string. So let's put dt underscore str. Let me convert it to 50 length string. So it got converted to string data type of 50 length. However, the final data type of this particular column will be Unicode. So I want it to be a non-Unicode value. So I can just copy this conversion code from here, dt underscore str, copy this one and then put it here. Okay, so now this will be of string 50 and I can call this new column as date underscore ssis2. Okay, click OK, and now in the flat file connection, let me just add new column here. So I can call this new column as, copy this value, date ssis2. Okay, and I can give the length as 50. Click OK. Now in the flat file destination, the mapping, just map the columns here. So the column got mapped successfully. If you execute the SSIS package now, so you will get one extra column here in the CSV file. Yes, so now you can see that this was the first column that got exported. This is the second date column and this is the third date column. So these two are typecasted. So the first was actually typecasted and this is got from using a left function in the derived column transformation. Okay, so this is two methods. And now the third one will be, what we can do is that in the SQL query, in the source query itself, we can just typecast the get date to a date data type. So what we can do, we can put like cast get date as date and we can name the column as date. So if you see here, a new column got added which is of date type. So you can just select this query and you can put the query in the OLEDB source. Okay, and now let's add one more column in the flat file connection, new, and we can name this column as date, length 50. Okay, and you can map the columns again. Okay, so when you will rerun the SSIS package, one extra column will be added again to the CSV file. Yes, so now you can see that this was the original column which was of date time, and from this column we got this column and then this column and then the third one column as well. So this is how we can do the type conversions from the date time value to the date. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video then please click the like button, do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon as well, and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.